Hey, let's get one thing right. Let's get one thing clear. Never, ever, 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 ever pedestalize celebrities and rich people. You know, this is something I used to do all the fucking time. All the time. I'm actually gonna, make an attempt not to swear this time. I actually want to swear less in my videos, but this is something I used to do every single time. Every time I'd see someone living in a certain lifestyle on the internet, I'd be filled with awe. I'd, you know, don't get me wrong, inspired, but you almost place them in this pedestal. And reason being, it's that desire, that yearn for said thing that they have and you don't. And I automatically made this program in my mind, this condition in my mind, if you will, that that person is just automatically better than I am, simply because of the external assets, if you will, that they have. I was a bit tricked between the two, whether to say access or, assets. Anyway, cool. So, yeah, I thought that. I thought, whenever I see a celebrity on the internet, I pedestalize them. And I'd feel this inferiority about myself, I'd feel like crap. It's like, damn, why is that? Why do I feel that way? And then I realized it's not a good way to live. It's not a good way to live. And I'm matured now, right now. And hey, whether you're poor or not, hey, we came out the womb. Some of you out of the belly, some of you got C-sectioned. Is what it is, man. But the point implies, we've all been born the same way. We all came out of mother, right? And the very beginning of man was made from dust, and we're all ancestors of him. Yeah. So we're all gonna die eventually, right? We're all gonna cease. We're gonna die. We're gonna rot. We're all gonna melt in our tomb. Skeletons to show. We will all stay on our tombs when we die. That's the natural way of life. And when I was a child, like I said, well, just in my younger years, every time I'd see someone with a beautiful woman on camera, a fit guy, or a person with a lot of money, naturally, because they have something that I don't have, and I yearn for it. Not in an obsessive way, as I did before, I still do. I would pedestalize that person and believe they're worth being pedestalized when they're not worth being pedestalized. And I'm matured in that sense, and I'm happy with it, because now I just really realize, hey, all us humans are the same, man. You can't let the world trick you, and it's very easy to fall into that trap of pedestalizing people. The Holy Bible says, thou shalt not worship idols. I believe it was in one of the 10 commandments that Moses gave to the Israelites in the book of Exodus. I believe it was the book of Exodus. Thou shalt not worship any idols. So that's including gods and especially people. It's a fool's game to pedestalize mortals or flaws. It's a fool's game to pedestalize myself also. And I'm matured in that regard. I don't compare my life to any other people anymore. Don't get me wrong, I still have a few influences. I watch their lifestyles and I find it inspiring, as I did before. But my mental approach to everything as a whole, it wasn't necessarily what I would call just, because back then, it was just solely off of the fact of, oh, he has this thing, if he has that thing, and I acquire said thing, you're going to be cool, I'm going to be cool, I'm going to be a better person. Well, I guess in a way, depending on how you use said thing, said material in your life, it could make you a better person. But it's not you getting the material that makes you a better person. It's your character and qualities as a person now that makes you able to attract those things. In another context, let's say you wanted to become an authority for a just cause or something. Let's say you wanted to become a preacher, whether you pastor, a president, if you will, or maybe even a class teacher, quite literally, or a parent. Well, we can make it universal. My answer will be universal for all of the spectrums of things that you want. It's not simply becoming said thing that will make you respected, right? Everyone's respect is what gets you there. This is why I told Tallinn governments are so hated. They use manipulation tactics to reach their goals, right? Rather than, being accepted purely from the love of the public, you know? And that's what everything. So I don't pedestalize people anymore. I don't feel the need to pedestalize people anymore. I don't. But we're all living the same lives. Everyone has flaws. There's not a single man or woman on this earth I know that does not have issues. It's physically impossible. It's impossible. Everyone's lived sin and experienced sin and has committed sin in some way, shape or form, regardless of how big or small it is. I mean, the only one he hasn't is the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's facts. But I don't pedestalize people anymore. I don't see the need. We're all the same pretty much. Hey, yeah, the only difference is, some people may be more well known than others. Some people may have more money than others, The money spectrum is an endless game, really. And some people may be able to pull more women. And I mentioned those three qualities because those are the standards into which I measured success. Now, I would like to see that as a byproduct of success, and I still believe it's worth a pursuit for a man, but not something to be pedestalized over. Because once you place your entire self-worth and your importance on those type of things, when you do acquire it, it is pretty empty. Like, I remember every time I'd see a fit person online, I'd always say, that's so dope. It is dope. I'm not gonna lie that. I have the body now, it feels amazing, I'm telling you. I pedestalized that though. And it wasn't as good as I thought it was, because I pedestalized it like it was a heaven-like feeling. It's really not. You're gonna have shit days where you have the body of your dreams, and hey, those days are so shit. You have other things to do with. So yeah, it's good that you have the body of the dreams, but it's not really gonna help you in this situation. Well, I guess depending how you use it, maybe if you're marketing your body and whatnot. But there's just some situations where it's like, yeah, even the material stuff can't help, man. Gets like that. We got a few minutes. Gets like that, man. So my mindset now, I'm just living me, man. I'm just doing what's needed to get me to a good position. I believe the good approach to go about in life is chase the things we'll pursue. I wouldn't say chase, but I guess in no sense. Pursue the things that interest you and the type of person you want to be. But I will say, do not make that your priority. Because when you make it your priority, hey, it doesn't end well. It doesn't end well, ends bad. It's not a good way to live. And when you just pursue yourself from that, base yourself off of that, you're left empty. You don't feel whole. You feel like crap. This is the importance of making God in the middle. Prioritizing Him. So you don't have to experience any pain, hardship. Well, you still experience hardship, but pain and hardship in the sense of, having to, deal with the consequence of you pedestalizing such things. Carnal things to which don't really help you, aren't a benefit to you, aren't an aid to you. And it just leaves you feeling miserable. Not a good life to live. It's not. So that's my approach. Still chase the fitness, still chase the money and whatnot, but change your reasonings, right? Don't do it just to pedestalize it. I'm telling you, there's a God that exists, man. I'm telling you. So don't do that. That's the approach I have in life now. Like, even all the material stuff, I don't feel the need to place it on this big pedestal. I don't place fitness on a pedestal anymore. I appreciate it. I know the value. I know the value of having a beautiful woman on your side, maybe even a bunch. not in a relationship sense, but just being around it. I know it's nice. Appreciate it. Don't pedestalize it. It's not everything. Same with money. Work hard, become a millionaire. Don't pedestalize it. It's not worth it. Still appreciate it, but don't make it the end all be all, because God is. I would even say end all be all, because He is infinite. Place Him at the top, man, and then everything will just fall into your lap, and the worldly pleasures that you want, will be there anyway. So it's a win-win. I don't see a loss. I think that's a good mindset to live. It's one I most definitely live by. I think it's a good one to live for. I think it's honourable, and yeah. Thanks.